Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I am Nurse Master Charlie, and today's video is a little bit different than my normal videos. My videos usually are on nursing, health, education, and music, and kind of more on the nursing and health related topics with a little bit of music kind of sprinkled in there. For example, songs that I put in my videos like in Check Your Feet, I put in some What is Diabetes and I'm a Nurse. This video is going to be primarily about the music, how I come up with the songs that I basically write for nursing or health related topics, and then how I put it all together. Now, some songs come through my head as far as the lyrics first. I get an idea for like what is diabetes, for example, and then I might get the music. Sometimes I get the music first, I get the music flowing, I get the beat kind of how I want it, and then I think of an idea for a song, then I put it together that way. I'm going to show you a little bit of a sneak peek of my song called What is a Hemoglobin A1C, or What is an A1C? The A1C song. Now, I'm excited with all of the videos that I make for you on YouTube, and this one especially. This one's about music, so it gives me a chance to share myself with you, a part, kind of the personal side as far as the music, and then how I put it all together. Like I said, I love nursing and I love music. I probably love music a little bit more than nursing, but it lets me put these two branches together. It takes my passion for nursing, it takes my passion for music, and this is how I blend the two together. So let's get started with this song. I'm going to bring you a little closer. You can see my screen and kind of how I put together the song as far as the instrumentation, as far as the drums, maybe some guitar sounds, some string sounds. Now, I do play guitar, but in this video I'm going to actually do a guitar sound via a keyboard. So without further ado, let's get into the keyboard and into the music. Alright, so here I'm sitting in front of my keyboard and my computer. Down here I have my keyboard, and it is what they call a MIDI keyboard, and basically I'm able to add sounds, different sounds, as opposed to some of the studio boards. They already have preset sounds. I'm going to show you a little clip of me using my, we'll call my real keyboards, my studio boards, versus a MIDI keyboard when I was doing my CPR song. So now I'm going to add some keyboard, kind of work on an arrangement, get the keys working, get the chords together, but I get this piece of music and then I start plugging it together with other sounds, and this is what I kind of come up with. And then I add some keys, some more keys. These are kind of like a little bell sound, kind of like a... change it up. First I gotta put down the drum tracks so I can have the rhythm. So it kind of goes something like a little beat here. So what I've done is program that kind of like a... And once we get the music down, parts of the music, basically we start getting the vocals together. What I use here, I have a little microphone. 32 tracks later, this is what the song kind of sounds like. A little taste of it. So when I started writing this song, I started using my keyboards here, kind of give me a general feel of what I wanted to play. So kind of something I was working on. Then I started adding the arpeggiations. And try start changing the instrumentation on it. I'm gonna try to find me like my guitar sound that I was looking for. And then basically I grow this piece of music, and once I get it where I want it, then I can take it to my MIDI boards and use all the computers and all the instrumentation in the computer and come out with the right guitar sound, start doing the editing, tweaking the sounds. A lot easier to tweak on the computers and then start the production on it to get the song where I want it to sound, how I want it to sound. And normally I don't do that. I just write the song here, take the piano piece or the guitar piece, then I would actually add the bass. I would change the instrument here to a bass sound. Of course not that bass, but that's on the guitar. But change the bass sound, add the bells, the strings, whatever I would want. And then I have a drum machine here where I would practice the drums, program the drums. This is just a close-up of my one of my drum machines. This is my Akai XR20, kind of a little powerhouse there. Programming the drums takes a little bit of time. It's a lot easier using the computer and the MIDI board that I use. And like I said, normally I write my songs on here, and then I transfer the information into my PC over here, which uses a music software, a recording software called Pro Tools. But I'm switching over to do this song as I'm learning to use the Fruity Loops program, Fruity Loops 20. And so anyways, basically I start the rough ideas here, get it all down, and then I polish it and transfer it to the MIDI board, and that's where I'm gonna actually finish and record that song in. This is using a program called Fruity Loops 20, and this is actually the first song, complete song, that I've actually done outside of my studio boards. Now, Fruity Loops 20, I have an old version. It's a program for making music. Not to bore you all with this, but it's a Fruity Loops 8, which is a long, long time ago. This is a upgraded version, and I've been working on it for the last couple of months, 2 to 3 months, learning how to use or reuse this program. And because I'm used to just playing keyboards and recording it, this is using keyboards or MIDI keyboard, connecting into a computer and recording it that way. And so a little bit more of a learning curve for me. I'm used to the old school way. This is the new school way. This makes me writing music a lot easier technically for me. And so anyways, I want to be showing you some of the things that I do. And then I'll use a program called Omnisphere to basically pick the sounds that I want to use. I can use different programs, which is kind of nice. That's the beauty of this type of a setup here. Just kind of moving the tripod around so you can get a better, closer look on that. And then what I do is I basically plug the sounds into the keyboard here. And not to bore you with all of the technical elements, but I use a widescreen monitor, so that way I can, when I open multiple applications, I can see everything in there. There's my little puppy dog that my grandbaby gave me. Here is my MIDI keyboard. It is called an M Audio. It's a 61, called the Code 61. It's a 61 keys. That gives me quite a bit of range on the scales here. Down over here I have some keypads. They can play piano sounds or drum sounds. They're good for programming drums. And then of course I have, as you can see, I have some monitors. Monitors are basically the speakers that allow me to hear what I'm playing. And so that's basically the quick little setup I have here as far as what I use to make some music. Alright, so what I'm going to do is kind of show you how I put all this together. Basically I get my little drum, my guitar sound that I wanted to use. Let's say I'll use this one for example. And then I'll plug that into what they call a piano roll. And this basically kind of shows you when I'm playing, it's going to start recording. So you're going to hear what we call a metronome. It's the timing. It's a click, click, click for the beat. So kind of like this here. Let's see if I can get this started here. So I'll use that, and then what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll put some drums, kind of basically come up here and find a drum pattern I want to use. And can put them in that way, or I'll show you a different way I put them in also. Basically, I open up this piano roll for the drums. Let me delete these. And my keyboard now, let me show you the keyboard down here. Basically, I put the sounds and I can change the pitch for the drums. So let me kind of show you putting the drums in here. I'll stop that. And then you'll hear, kind of see all of it together here. What I can do is go in and add some hi-hats. Let's see here. I'm gonna just kind of fill them. You kind of get the idea what it looks like. And we'll add some claps into it. Put some claps into it now. Basically, I play with it until I get the right sounds that I want. And for this song, I added some bells, nice little pretty bells. Just real simple, put them in the song, kind of something like this. And then what the program here does, it actually arranges the song or the keys that you play onto the notes. So you can digitally move them around if you wanted to. For example, if I didn't like this note here, it's kind of cheating in a way. It makes the editing a lot easier. So again, and then one of the last pieces, sometimes I'll add last, sometimes I put it second, will be the bass. The bass I used here sounds deep. Basically, it puts the bass sound into it. And that's kind of basically how I start putting a song together. Like I said, sometimes the idea comes for the words or the lyrics. Sometimes the beat comes. This one was kind of a simultaneous thing. I had an idea in my head for the A1C song, and then I had an idea for how I wanted the music to go, and that makes it really easy because then I just kind of put it together. So that's a little brief view into my little music world. Doing it this way, this new way, it's kind of nice. Like I said, this is my first actual complete song that I've done without my MIDI, without my studio board. This is a MIDI board. So now I just have to add the vocals and then do all the mixing and arranging for that. But then that song will be pretty much done and ready to send off to the world. So now when I'm putting a song together, besides all the music, is you have to have the accuracy with the lyrics. You can't just write about whatever. It has to be some legitimacy to what you're writing, especially about a health-related topic. If you're writing about a love song, you can write about whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Once you start talking about an A1C, you can't go and say, oh, an A1C is a test that they do for, you know, brain surgery or whatever. Basically, in a A1C test, you have to know what it is, how it's defined, why is it used, and then when you put that information into the song to make it legitimate, you research the information and put it in the song, and now when people listen to it, they can actually maybe learn something. You can put whatever you want into a song. Some people, unfortunately, when they listen to what they hear and think, oh, that's the truth. Well, I try to put the truth or legitimate information into my songs. That way if they went and researched it, they can actually say, well, this is actually true information. And then I put it with the music to make it catchy, to grow their knowledge about whatever topic I'm writing about or producing music about. So there you have a little bit of information of how I get the song and I put it together. And then ultimately, like I said, this is what it kind of sounds like when it's all put together. that's what it sounds like. So this is the fun part of things that I like to do. So that's a brief little small view into my music world. Like I said, I love being a nurse. I love talking about health related topics, especially like running, working out, riding, biking, swimming, whatever. And then of course, I love the music aspect. And then when you can put the nursing part and the health and the music into an educational mix, it makes learning a lot more fun. So if you have any ideas for some or thoughts for some song ideas, put those in the comments. Give me a comment of, I'd like to hear do a song about whatever. I've done some songs in the past. A friend of mine said, hey, you should do a song about feet, like checking your feet. So there's my checking your feet song. And basically it came at a time where put it all together. I think I recorded the song like in a day. It was kind of nice. Anyway, so again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, leave me a comment. That does all the things it's supposed to do for the YouTube algorithm, so I can keep on putting out songs or videos also. So again, thank you for watching. God bless and bye-bye.